Hello and welcome to Namaste Thunder Bay. I'm Kelly Rooney and I will lead you through a 25-minute yoga practice. So if you don't already have one, go and grab a yoga mat or a towel and come and join me. We're going to do a pretty strong physical workout today. We're going to try and get the blood pumping, a little bit of yoga cardio. But as always, we want to make sure that we take that moment to center into the body. So when you're ready, come down to a seated position or up on your knees, whatever is most comfortable to you. And we'll start off with a few deep breaths to center into the body. Breathing in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, let it out through the mouth. One more big breath. That helps you just to become aware of where you are, center in. It's always a good time right now to continue breathing deeply and think about what you'd like to learn as you're spending time on your mat today. As I mentioned, it's going to be a little bit of a physical practice today, but there's always the lovely elements of yoga, and one of them is observing yourself and your thoughts. So we'll continue that in our practice today. Let's start off by moving our body in time with our breath. We'll start off by inhaling, reach your hands up overhead, and exhale, bringing them out wide, stretching out. Inhale up, and exhale, stretching. Inhale up, and exhale, bringing the arms down and all the way in behind the back. Inhale, bring the shoulder blades together and the chest forward. Exhale, leading forward with the heart, coming down with a straight back as far as you can. And once you're relaxed, you can roll your head and shoulders forward if you need to. If your arms want to float up, you can let them. Take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale up to center. Release your fingertips and roll your shoulder blades out. Work in both directions. Coming to neutral, take your left ear over to your left shoulder. You can take your left hand and place it on your right shoulder, or bring it up over your head and rest it on your head, just using the weight of your arm to help release any tension from your neck. Lower your arm down, come up to neutral, and then to the other side. Again, right hand can go to the left shoulder or up and over the head to rest there. And lower the arm down, bringing the head up to neutral. We're going to use our eye muscles, so starting in a clockwise motion, start with your eyes at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's go back in the other direction. Bring your eyes up to 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's come up onto our hands and our knees. We're going to start to move our body in time with our breath in a cat-cow motion. We're going to do 3 different variations. So we'll start off with the knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Breathe in and arch the back. Bring the belly button into the spine. Gaze down to your belly button. Exhale, scoop the back out. Bring the chest forward and the head up. Inhale up to cat. And exhale out to cow. Inhale to cat. And exhale to cow. Come to neutral. We're going to do the same thing, moving in the opposite direction. This time, inhale, scoop the back out, bring the chest forward and the head up. And exhale, pressing all the way up to cat. Slight pause at the top of the breath. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Coming to neutral, we're going to take another modification of cat-cow. As you inhale, lower your elbows down toward the mat, not all the way down, so you're pressing your hips back toward your heels, and then press up to cat. Inhale, pressing down. Exhale, pushing up to cat. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, pressing up to cat. Inhale, down. Exhale, up to cat. Come to neutral. We'll do the same thing, but we will change the direction of the breath. So we inhale up to cat. And exhale, pressing the elbows almost down to the mat. Inhale to cat. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Coming up to neutral. This is our tabletop pose. We're going to take the right foot out to the side slightly toward the right, and then extend the left foot back and place it down so that you have a nice long line, keeping the right hand planted where it was. We're going to take the left hand and breathe and stretch forward. And exhale, opening up nice and wide all the way around. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, rotate, big circle through the shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 3 more. Two more. Last one. At home, you can plant down, hands and knees. I'm going to turn the other way for demonstration. So planting your hands and knees down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So stretch the leg back and plant it. Bring the arm forward and breathe in. And exhale with a nice wide rotation. Inhale. And around. Open and around. Really feel that stretch through the shoulder. Let's do 3 more. Exhale. One more. With your hands and your knees down on the mat, make sure the back is nicely aligned. You want a nice firm position, and then check your alignment. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips, the hands are underneath the shoulders, because we're going to want a good foundation for balance. We'll go into the same posture that we just left. Turn the one foot out to the side slightly and extend the other leg behind you. Plant the foot down, bring the arm up. We're now balancing on the knee and the hand, and we're going to try and extend that balance. So you can bring the hand up into the air, extend it straight up into the sky, and then if you feel like you've got your balance, you can bring the leg off the floor. If you've got that and it feels good, you can take your gaze up toward the ceiling. And then lower down. We'll do the same thing for the other side. You don't need to turn around. I will, just so that I'm still facing you at home. So, with your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Turn one foot out to the side slightly and then extend the leg behind you. Lift one hand off so that you're balancing on your hand and your knee. Body's open to the side. Bring the hand up into the air and then lift the back leg off the mat, finding your balance. And if it's available, take your gaze up to the sky, which will make it more challenging. And then lower down to hands and knees. From your hands and your knees, we're going to turn our toes under at the back, pressing our hands firmly into the mat. We're going to lift the hips up and back for downward dog. Checking in with your downward dog, you want to feel your tailbone lifting up toward the sky. Heart is sinking down toward the mat. When you first start your downward dog, you may want to lower one heel down at a time. Start loosening up the legs all the way up through the lower back. And then walk your feet toward your hands. And when your feet are near your hands, you can take your hands to either elbow and use the weight of your torso to help pull you forward gently. You can rock or swing or bounce. Just help the muscles relax and loosen. Let the hands drop down like a rag doll and then begin to come up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. To a full standing position near the top of your mat, and we're going to run through some sun salutations to really fire up and ignite everything in the body. So with your hands at your sides, inhale, bring the hands up overhead, looking up to the hands. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, coming halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, coming down to plank. In your plank, you can lower your knees down if you need to. We're going to lower down slowly, keeping the elbows really close to the body, all the way down onto the mat. Inhale, coming up, bring the shoulders and the chest up for cobra. And exhale, pressing up and back to downward dog. Hop or walk your feet toward your hands. And inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Coming up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last to come up. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, coming down to plank. You can lower your knees down if you need to. If you feel strong in your plank and you want to lower down slowly, keep the elbows close to the body, all the way down to the mat. Inhale up for cobra. And exhale, up and back to downward dog. Hop or walk the feet toward the hands. And inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, coming forward. Coming up, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to do it again. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, coming down to plank. Lower your knees down if you need to. Lower all the way down to the mat slowly with the arms close to the body if you need to. Otherwise, you might want to try a variation. Come halfway down. Stop when your arms are at 90-degree angle. Turn your feet over. Press your hips towards your hands and let yourself sink into upward dog. Your thighs are off the floor. Your body is very strong. There's space between your shoulders and your ears, not scrunched up. And then turn the toes over, press up and back to downward dog. And hop or walk your feet towards your hands. Breathe into a half back. Exhale, folding forward. Coming up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. arms up overhead. Press the palms together and bring them down to heart center. We're going to try another sun salutation variation. So again, staying near the top of the mat with your hands at your sides. We're going to inhale and sink the hips back, bringing the knees back into chair position. Arms are up, biceps are near the ears, palms are facing one another. And as you fold forward, exhale. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, coming down to plank. Same, use the different variations that work for you. Might be with the knees down, might be slowly lowering all the way down, or it might be stopping at 90 degrees and then coming down. Inhale up for cobra. Exhale, pressing up and back to downward dog. Check in with your alignment in your downward dog. Make sure your hands are pressed into the mat firmly. Inhale the left leg up into the air for three-legged dog. Bring it forward and plant your foot down close to your hands. You can pick your foot up or shuffle it forward if you need to. Right toes turn out slightly to the side. Bring your torso up. Hands go up overhead, palms facing one another. Sink into your warrior one. Deep breath in, exhale, press the hands down, step the foot back to plank, lower down through chaturanga, and breathe in for cobra. Exhale, coming up and back to downward dog. Inhale the right foot into the air, bring it forward, plant it close to your hands. Left foot turns out slightly, coming up into your warrior one. Deep breath in, exhale, coming forward, plant the hands down, step the foot back to plank. From your plank, take a breath in and lower down as you exhale. Inhale up for cobra. Exhale, pressing up and back for downward dog. You can hop or walk your feet toward your hands. Breathe in, coming halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sink the hips down into a chair that's slightly too far away. Knees are back, arms are up, palms are facing one another. Press the hands to heart center to close as you stand. You should be getting a nice burn going. There's a lot of blood pumping through the body. We're going to do a similar series. It will seem like the sun salutation. I'll let you know when it's about to change. Starting with your hands at your sides. Inhale, bring the hands up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, coming down to plank. This is where things will change up. Bring your hips up and back for downward dog. Inhale your left foot up into the air and bring it forward and plant it close to your hands. Your right foot is going to turn out slightly to the side. You're coming back into that warrior one stance. Hands overhead. Straighten the knee, bringing the hands down to the sides. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, coming forward with the heart. You can use your fingertips and let them walk down the leg, stopping using your leg as a brace if you need to. If you have a block, you can use it. Otherwise, if your fingertips reach the floor, you can put them down, tented or flat, whatever works for you. We're bringing nose toward knee. So stopping where you need to. We're working at releasing and letting go and breathing, and of course, smiling. Plant your right hand down. Bring your left arm up to the side and take your gaze up toward the ceiling. Lower the hand down, soften the front knee, put the weight into the hands, bring the hips up and back for downward dog. Inhale the right foot up into the air and bring it forward, plant it close to the hands, letting the left foot turn out slightly to the side. Coming up into your strong warrior one. That front knee is bent over top of the ankle. Biceps are near the ears, palms are facing one another. You can straighten the front knee, bringing the arms down to the sides. Breathe in and lengthen the spine. Exhale, leading forward with the heart. A nice straight back coming down. Use your fingertips on your leg to balance, or bring them down to the mat, tented. Again, we're working toward nose to knee. You can plant your left hand down, and if it doesn't reach all the way down to the mat or you're up on fingertips, that's fine. If it's on your leg, that's also okay. We are going to be twisting, bringing the other arm up and open to the side. Bringing the hand down, soften the front knee, place the hands, put the weight in the hands, shift the hip up and back to downward dog. From your downward dog, inhale the left foot up into the air. Bring it forward and plant it close to the hands. We're going to do a lunge series, so we can start off by letting the right foot knee go down. Relax the right foot. Sink the hips into this lunge. You can keep your fingertips down if you need it for balance. We're trying to loosen and relax the hips. Put your fingertips down if they aren't to balance. Turn the toes under. We're going to take the knee off of the mat, and then from here we're going to lift up using the muscles coming up into a high lunge. From your high lunge, bring the arms up overhead and straighten the front knee. Exhale, open the arms up to the side, come into your lunge. Straighten the front knee coming up. Exhale, sinking back into the high lunge. Inhale up, exhale down. 2 more. We're going to get ready for a transition, so come forward, plant the hands down onto the mat, put the weight into the hands as you shift the leg up and back into downward dog. We're going to do the same thing for the other side, so inhale the right foot up into the air, bring it forward and plant it close to your hands. Left toes turn out slightly. Coming up into your warrior one stance, and then allow your knee to come down on your left leg. Lower the foot down, and again, you can use your fingertips for balance. We're sinking the hips into our lunge. Placing your fingertips down if they're not, we're going to turn the toes under on the left leg, bring the knee up off the mat, then use the muscles to pull yourself up into a high lunge. From your high lunge, you can take your arms out to the side and then press up, straighten the knee, breathe in, exhale, sinking back into the lunge, take the arms out to the side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. 2 more. One more. Coming down into the lunge. Plant the hands down. Press your weight firmly into the mat. Shift your hips up and back for downward dog. In your downward dog, begin to lower the knees down to the mat. Take your big toes together until they touch and sink the hips back toward the heel. You can place your forehead down on the mat. You can stack your hands to create a pillow for your forehead. Or you can wrap your arms around your body and become just a little ball. Figure out which way works for you and take a couple of deep breaths into your child's pose. This is a great time to be grateful for what your body can do for you You've been working it hard. Also be a little grateful to yourself for taking the time to do this for your health and for yourself. If your arms aren't stretched out yet, please stretch them out in front of you. Walk the fingertips to the left. When you do that, you might feel the right hip coming up. Try and sink it back down. Bring the fingertips back to center. And then take them to the right. And again, if you feel the left hip coming up, sink it down. Bring your hands back to neutral. You can press up into your tabletop, crisscross your feet at the back, sink your hips back, and come so that you're getting comfortable on your mat. We're going to end with a quick Shavasana, which is your final resting pose. You want to lie back on the mat. You want your arms open to the sides. You can stretch your legs out and take your focus to your breath. We've been doing a bit of work, so you might be breathing heavier than usual. If you are, you can notice that without judgment. Notice where you feel your body expanding and contracting as you breathe. Is it just in your chest, or is your belly expanding and contracting too? Can you keep all of your thought focused on your breath, the feeling of the air coming in and out of your nose? It might be counting your inhale and exhale, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out 4, 3, 2, 1. Anytime your mind wanders away from the breath, just smile and acknowledge it and bring it back to the breath. You can stay in your Shavasana for 5 to 7 minutes. Would be an appropriate amount of time after this kind of a practice, a short Shavasana, long practice, take longer with your Shavasana. It is really the time for you to relax your body fully and keep your mind present and aware on your breath. So I hope you enjoyed. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.